morning, good evening. Welcome to this week's Fibrific live craft and chat where we craft and chat live. I still got my crojo. I'm still crojo positive. So just to clarify, I use the more generic version of crojo. So it's not crochet mojo, it's crafting mojo. So it means that I can do any craft. I don't know if I actually have the crafting mojo back for every craft, but I definitely do for knitting and crochet, and I am super happy about it. To get straight into it, we have Caffeinated Crafters tonight happening at IKEA at Logan, starting from around 6 p.m. And we go until they boot us out at about 8:30. So we've got a couple of good hours where we where we can sit and craft. And if you want to go and get meatballs, you can get meatballs. If you want to just have a coffee, just have a coffee. It's totally your call. So if you are near IKEA, or you can get yourself to IKEA at Logan by 6 o'clock tonight, we'll be there. We kind of hang down towards the back of the eatery. As you come up the escalator and come around, you can probably see us off to the side. So feel free to join us and to come along. So good morning to everybody in the chat. The first chatter I see is Kerry. Good morning, Kerry. Great to see you. She says, I should be packing for my Easter break in the southwest with mum and the bro, but feeling blah, so I need to make some brekkie. Absolutely. Brekkie first. Brekkie first. Dolores is in the chat as well. Great to see you, Dolores. And Leanne is also here with her blobby shield. Not against Leanne. Leanne doesn't get to choose the shield, but YouTube has decided to take our wrenches and give us shields, which I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed about it. But Leanne is here and she has the shield. Bianca is also in the chat, and it's been Girl Creation, and also not the old Susanna is here as well, so it's great to see her too. Bianca says, my pattern calls for a tubular bind off, but I don't wanna. Yeah, I can see why you may not wanna. I get that. Oh my goodness, how good is that timing? You had no internet for 24 hours and an NBN technician came out today to fix it, and they left 5 minutes ago. That is such great timing. That is so good. So good. That's, super chuffed. Gabby, great to see you. Now, Gabby, did you see that I have the Gabby friendly members call set up over on the Discord? So Gabby quite often jumps in just as we're winding up, just because it's the end of her work day and it just can't make it, and she tries to make it every single time. So we've decided to do a Gabby friendly call time. So it'll be the following week, because that I can't do that week, the usual week. I've got commitments. But it'll be the following week, and it'll be it'll be an hour later. So it's Gabby friendly. Logic says, watching but need to get on my computer to chat. Totally get that. So what have I been up to this week? Well, lots of work. I've been working, so that's been one thing, but also just, crafting. Taking advantage of the fact and going through my project bags, working out why things got backburnered and why, and can I fix it? Or was it just, I moved on to something else? Cause that totally happens. Totally happens. So one of the things was the old Munakati. So, the Tunisian cardigan, I worked out why it got put aside. It's because I can't count. Yeah. All my stitch counts were off, and I actually had to just rip one of the front panels all the way back. So I'll be able to fix that up. But I was going to keep working on that, and then I was like, no, I'm so close to getting some good momentum on 2 other projects. So one of them is the squares for the blanket, because I've done 8 squares out of the 20 now, so I'm, you know, getting close. But also my, oops, let me pull this out. My pink ranunculus is, I'm just going to lean it back a little here. Got some needles and cables all in the way here. That's the back. My pink ranunculus is nearly jumper size. I'm just adding a little bit more length because I want to be able to, you know, give it a bit more width. Sometimes you've got to give it a bit more length to get the bit more width. So I've got a few more inches I want to put onto the bottom, like 2 more inches I want to put on the bottom, and then I'll start the sleeves, and then this is done. So, and I'm going to try the 2 at a time sleeves. I have not really had a lot of success with 2 at a time sleeves, but I'm going to give it a red hot go once I get there. So get that back in the bucket. So basically I was just going to keep going till I ran out of yarn. And then, well, I was going to try it on again this afternoon, double check and decide, am I just going to do like a bind off or am I going to do some sort of border? I haven't decided yet, but I need to decide. The other thing I worked out is I absolutely have got so much yarn left. So I've still got 2 complete packs of yarn. So I had 4 and there's still 2 complete packs left. So, you know, that's awesome. That's totally awesome. Now, last week, the live streams, no, they're still not working. So I've got to do the manual jobby. Let me just, is this it? Yes, this is the one. So we have our Yeti cam. We do have the Holy Trinity today. We have the tea, the coffee, and the water. So let's just go back to the desk. All right. So, yeah. So I'm just, you know, getting through this and working on it. I've been looking at some different joins that I'm thinking of doing for this one. Do I need to zoom in? I don't think I need to zoom in small. I think I need to do this though. There we go. So yeah, you know, I'm just not entirely happy with the angle here. I'll work on that. The colors are so, but they really are. They really, really are. Now, I have not read the book yet. I was going to listen to the ebook, the audio book, and I haven't had the opportunity to this week. I've had some other stuff I've had to do. So I will get there though. Game Winner says, I only have 1 beverage, but I do have my breakfast of bread with homemade ricotta, honey, and a sprinkle of nutmeg. Well, that sounds delicious. I had protein yogurt, a banana, and a coffee. And now I have my beverage trio. So, yeah, I think you're definitely winning in breakfast today. Kelly Paul, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. So, after, I don't know what is going on with my furries. For some reason, I can't drink anything without wearing it. So for some reason, I'm really feeling like I'm winning with my projects. Like, I'm not doing anything particularly special, nothing particularly outstanding, but just that feeling of I'm actually moving forward with things instead of like them just being there. So, you know, that's feeling really good. The other thing is it's clearing off some space on a table that I'm trying to clear. And the reason I want to clear that is because I want it to be my sewing table. It's only a tiny table, but it can take a sewing machine. And I want it to be my sewing table because I want to get a little bit of sewing done as well while my crojo is going. Oh, hello, Tibbles. Where are you? I can hear you. You're very loud. Where are you, Tibbles? I've got the curtain closed. Maybe he can't get through. Hang on. Oh no, he made it through. Oh. Did you guys hear Tibbles? Inner Logic says no beverage, but I was hanging out at the local yarn store with a bunch of old ladies, and I've had an iced tea with Captain Morgan. Now I'm eating pizza. That is awesome. Oh no, Nitspin Girl says bugger, went to take a sip of the coffee and the mug is empty. The other day I had a win. You know when you just want that one more sip and you just think there's none left in here, and then you tilt up the cup and there is one more sip? I'll take that win. But yeah, it's been a nice couple of weeks craft wise, just really feeling like I'm getting back up on top of things. The other thing that I did yesterday was I have reopened the carts on the Fiberific website. It's mostly for Marja Craft stuff, really. But, and I do need to update some bits and bobs. Like Marja Craft, I've got a new custom colour out and I don't have that up on my website, things like that. But my carts have been closed for such a long time. But I got a message from PayPal and from WooCommerce saying that you had to set this thing up by sort of basically today, because they've put in a whole pile of extra security to try and stop. I would say I was far from the only small business that was being hit by those scammers. And so we've had to like add in all this additional security onto PayPal purchases and credit card purchases. So I did all that yesterday afternoon. So hopefully, I mean, in all fairness, I haven't received like the overnight onslaught, which I was really worried about this morning when I woke up. I was expecting, I was just really expecting it to be just a nightmare. And then there was actually just 2 orders, which were legit orders because there were 2 people that asked me to message them when the carts opened, and I did, and they put the orders in. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Nitspin Girl says the new Marja Craft bobbin colour is really pretty. I was given a couple for Christmas. I think it looks gorgeous, and I think they would look lovely with my purple Susie Pro. So I possibly need to get a couple of them. I also need to get myself excuse me, I need to get myself some drive bands, just for me. I need to put in an order for my own things. But yeah, so we'll just wait and see how that's going. Now, the existing Chowgoo stock that's on the website and the other things are still 40% off, but you know, there is limited things of what's left, and there's limited numbers, and you know the drill. And once it's gone, it's gone. I'm not getting it back, at least at this stage. I really would love to have my old website back with all the bits and bobs and be able to give everybody all the good Chowgoo. I just don't have the room to keep all the stock. That's all. So, yeah. Oh, but yeah, I'm just like, crochet. Just get in and crochet a square. So what are you all working on? Let me know in the chat. What's everyone working on? Now, I haven't done much of my socks since last week, which I really, I'll be taking them with me tonight to IKEA. So I'll be working on those. I basically want to get them up to the heel turn, and I'll need to sit at home to do that because I think it's a little different than what I'm used to doing. There we go. I've got the aircon on Abby's room, just because it was just a bit muggy today. So yeah, just a little bit muggy. So Kerry says that she's working on a stockinette t-shirt knit in pieces using a merino linen yarn. That sounds amazing. Goodness me. I didn't realize I'd started in yellow, but like I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's actually quite a bit of yellow in there. Inner Logic says, I have this hand-dyed wool from a local dyer I want to do something with, but I only have the 2 DK skeins, so I started Granny Cluster Shawl, but Granny bores me and I don't wear shawls, so I frogged it. So you've got 2, are they the same colour or are they different colours? Because you could do a brioche beanie, which I think would look fantastic and be super warm. And you get the good snow. Dolores says, I'm knitting on a pair of petal drop socks onto the foot for both. Decided I just want to continue with stockinette rather than the pattern from here. And do you know what's really cool about that? It's your pair of socks. You can make them however you want. That's something I love. That was like, then I decided to rip back the socks I was working on and give them different toe shape. I'm like loving that toe shape. I have concerns for the Munakati that maybe I didn't make a big enough size. Now that I'm understanding size and stuff a bit better, I'm not certain I have made the right size. And so I'm just tossing up like what I could do to it. Because it's the other thing with it is you start at the bottom back and you go up the back. Then over both shoulders is sort of a separated piece with them. You do a bit here and a bit here, and it's all, but it's just joined on and kept going over there, and then joined on and kept going over there, and then it's set in sleeves. So just tossing up how I'm gonna, like, what I could do if I realize, nope, this is definitely not gonna fit. Like I could probably, do you know what I could probably do, actually, and I think I will do it. Is I've got this honeycomb stitching around the bottom and it's going to go around the sides. I could do a honeycomb panel in each of the sides to go down the middle of the armholes. And then if I wanted, I could even extend the honeycomb panel out through the bottom of the arms if I wanted. But I might not do that, but I could definitely do a honeycomb panel down the sides. That could definitely work. You guys are awesome. You just let me just spitball ideas. But what I'm going to do is I'll make it to the size that it's got, and then I'll pin it, and then I'll see where I'm at and decide, you know, do I need a couple more inches? Chances are I'm probably going to need a couple more inches. So like a thinnish honeycomb panel on each side, and then mattress stitch it in. Side gussets. I've done that to enlarge garment. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Adding some side gussets. But also doing them in the honeycomb pattern, so it does look like they're meant to be there, not just an add-on. So yes, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold. So you got 245 yards by 2. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Bianca says, I hand wound up my Shardy Glen 4-ply merino silk yesterday. It's gorgeous, variegated. I'm deciding on a pattern for a top for a change, you know. I think like he's got enough yarn to make something, but it's like whether it's something he wants to wear, I think is the issue. I think that's the hard part. Because look, I get that. I've got like yarn to make plenty of stuff, right? But I live in the subtropics. So how many jumpers do I actually need? How many scarves do I actually need? How many beanies do I actually need? Now we do get some chilly overnights and mornings, so the beanies can come in handy then. And I do wear cows. I don't wear full scarves. I do wear cows, so I have those. But I like to wear like a longer cowl, so it's more like a chest warmer and the back of my neck. Um, so yeah. I think we're going to have to allow that one because we all know what it actually is. It's actually called that. So YouTube was just being extra protective. I actually don't know anybody in real life who wears them, Bianca. I've only seen them on TV shows. Um, yeah, $30 a ball. It was spendy. That's the thing, right? You buy something special and you want to make something special with it because it was expensive, but then what do you make? Are people in Europe do? Okay. Um, but yeah, it's just tricky because like, and this is where, excuse me, and this is where I come into the whole subtropics thing again. I'm, oh man, I've got such a frog in my throat. Hang on a second. Yeah, I don't think it gets cold enough for us here, but it does get cold for John. But John does walk around in shorts and a t-shirt when it's snowing, so I don't know whether he needs that extra warmth either. Um, but yeah, so it's a tricky one because we're all individual as well. Like some people like to, like I've got like nephews and stuff that just wear full on hoodies all year round. They don't care, like it's that they're not hot. I'd literally be melting. It's the middle of summer. Why do you have that on? And they're like, well, it's cotton. It's like, yeah, but it's so hot. We don't have fall leaves, but we know what they look like because they're beautiful. And yeah, it's something that, well, at least I don't have fall leaves. You do in Canberra. You do get your autumn leaves in Canberra. You get the big piles of red leaves that everyone gets annoyed about because they've got to rake them up and get rid of them. A hoodie in summer, I'd spontaneously combust. Me too. Me too. I'm with you on that one. So, like today for today's stream, I was like trying to find a shirt to wear because this like Louis hasn't been feeling super awesome, and he goes through this phase. It's like the little dog thing, where they won't eat and then they start feeling digestive issues, and then takes a bit, and then you've got to give him like boiled chicken and rice for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he's better. Like, why were you sick in the first place? We don't know, but or why were you off your food in your first place? It's just fussy. Anyway, I boiled him up some chicken and stuff today, and then when I went to tip the chicken water down the sink, um, I didn't realize the dishwasher was open, and sort of had a little tumble where I mean most of the water made it in, like it all made it into the sink. Some of it made it over my arm, and it was a bit warm. Um, it was straight under the water, so no, I don't think I got burnt. I mean, I did get burnt, but I don't think it's any permanent sort of burning. So, you know, that was fun. It's interesting all our differences in aircon, for example, as well as the place we meet mother. Yeah, yeah. Like, but that particular aircon, like, I've walked around that room and it does not evenly chill the room. So the people at the back near it, they're freezing. And then the people down the end, like near me, we're like, is the aircon even on? So, but yeah, and everyone's individual as well, like to top it all off. Inner Logic says, yeah, people travel to my state to see the leaves. Yeah, I can imagine. It'd be beautiful. And we see it in TV shows and stuff. We get a lot of American TV in Australia, and Canadian TV, and British TV. I personally don't think we make enough Australian TV. But anyway, I've been enjoying NCIS Sydney. New season of that dropped. I'm a little behind. It dropped a little bit ago. But I've been catching up on those. And I watched a series called Murder in a Small Town. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I'm hoping there's another season of that. That'd be really cool. And then last night I started watching something called Fool Me Once. It's one of the Harlan Corbin, I think that's his name. It's one of his mysteries. And I've been sucked into that. Ended up awake way too late because I wanted to finish an episode. But that was really interesting as well. That one's got what's his name? From North and South. Richard. I've tried watching Ghosts. I didn't really get into it. I'd probably watch the UK version over the US version, truth be told. Oh, Susanna says, "Oh my god, I must be the only person that plays Yarn Chicken with a long tail cast on, but I won." No. You're not the only person who plays. I play that all the time. I just about never win though, or end up with a ridiculously long tail. Richard Armitage. Richard Armitage is his name, and he is in this show. And I've got a feeling he might be a bad guy, and I don't like it. We don't know yet. But I'm beginning to get the feeling that there's more to his story, and you're just like, wait, I'm only sort of just getting into the series, so I'm not giving away anything that anyone who watches a couple of episodes won't work out. But I'm like, wait a second, hold the phone. Bianca says, no way you the only one. Oh my gosh. Logic says, I binge watched Peaky Blinders. I haven't watched Peaky Blinders yet. Late to the game. Yeah. Me too. There's no reason I haven't watched it. I started watching the first few episodes of the young Sherlock series, and I was pleasantly surprised. But I've only watched a couple of episodes of that as well, and then jumped onto something else. I don't know. I could barely get the tail around my thumb for the last stitch. Got a serious cramp in my hand. Oh, see, that to me says that you may not have won. Your tail will be too short to weave in. Is your tail long enough to weave in? Oh no. How many stitches did you do? Tills is just walking around the house yelling at people. He's like, I'm 17 now. You will listen to me. Respect my authority. Respect my authority. I should probably count how many rows I've got, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm good. Oh yeah, I'll use the eye of the needle to thread it through rather than the point. Oh, okay. All right. As long as you've got enough, then you won. You're the rightful winner of Yarn Chicken. Kelly says, you're so good with the actor name Chantel. I'm like, you know that dude that was in X and Y? I'm terrible with that. I am terrible with names. I have to kind of I have to kind of picture like every show I've seen them in until what it was that jumped into my head was that he narrated an audiobook so I could see his name. So yeah, there was an audiobook I listened to that he narrated. It was pretty cool. I liked it actually. Can't remember the name of the audiobook. I'll find it if you guys want to know. I like Richard Armitage. I don't like it when Richard Armitage plays bad guys though. I like because he plays the bad guys too good is the problem, and it's so believable. It's well, I think it's because just about every role he plays is so believable. So I don't like it when he makes me believe he's a bad guy. I think really that's what it boils down to. That's like what's his name? Oh, he did Rocket Raccoon. Bradley Cooper. I saw him in which movie was it? It was an older movie. He's just not that into you. I saw him in He's Just Not That Into You, right? And he played like this wife cheater, or cheating husband, I should say, not wife cheater. And he was just an awful human being. I could not watch him in anything for years. It wasn't till he did Rocket Raccoon where I couldn't see his little cheating, lying face that I could actually watch him in anything again. And like that just tells me he did a really good job. Like he did his acting job superbly. But yeah, it was one of the things. Yeah, he was Geraldine's husband in Vicar of Dibley. Yep. Yep, absolutely. He's in so much stuff. He was in MI5. He's in like a huge list of stuff. He's been more recently in a lot of these um short limited edition series mystery thriller things. I saw him in another one which he wasn't sort of the lead-ish character in that one, and I couldn't deal with the guy who was playing the lead-ish character. So I was just like, I'm out. I got other options. I don't have to put up with this. So I stopped watching that. I can't remember what that one was. It was another. It was one of those mystery where the police blame the husband for the wife's murder, but he didn't do it, and he's hunting down the real killers. Except they're making him feel like he's insane and blah blah blah. Um, Andrew Scott plays a great bad guy. He was Moriarty in the Do I want to read that out? The Benedict Cumbersnatch Sherlock Holmes. Crumble Snatch. Benedict Crumble Snatch Sherlock Holmes. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was a good Moriarty. Absolutely. He was a good Moriarty. He was very, very evil. Um the new in the new young, Sherlock, you meet Moriarty. They're at university, and you meet Moriarty there, and it's the same guy who's playing the tutor in um that new Mary Bennett series. I can't think of. I don't know what his name is. I don't think I've ever seen it. Um, but yeah, he's an interesting one as well. So look at that. This is the last round of this square. We're doing great. We're on fire. On fire. He played a priest, the show with the lanky chick who was the robot in the Star Wars movie. I don't know what any of that meant. Fleabag. The lanky chick who was a robot in the Star Wars movie. I don't know who that is. Uh, but yeah, so um, been getting some work done, which has been really nice. Lots of good work. Some interesting fun things. Some interesting not so fun things. It's work, you know. There's always stuff that you're like, what even is this? But yeah, it's I'm enjoying it for the most part. It's been good. And then just taking the time to step away from here, because this is where I do all my work, and step away from here and then go and just get my head out of these screens. I put them in the TV screen, but get my head out of these screens and craft, like, you know, and play a game and just relax. And I've actually been making the conscious effort to do that this last sort of week or so, and try not to let it blend too much. Now, every now and again, normally when Abby is hogging the television, I'll sit in here and craft, but I have rules about that now, like internal rules. So I have to sit leaned right back with my feet up so that it feels like I'm in the lounge, and I'm not allowed to open my email. Do not, like, because it's an automatic process. I sit here, I check my emails. No. Oh, she was the Jordan Solo. Okay, so I haven't seen Solo, the movie. I know, I'm a bad Star Wars fan. I haven't seen Solo. I haven't watched more than the first episode of Andor. I didn't watch more than the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan. Just the timing for my brain wasn't there. There's nothing. Yeah, I knew Alan Tudyk was the droid in Rogue One. I knew that one because I love that one. I've actually got I've got fabric of that droid that's a thick drill I want to turn into a duffel bag. She was also in Indiana Jones. What's her name? Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny. I don't know. The lanky chick. Oh, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I don't know that name off the top. I'm going to have to go and Google her to get a look at her face. But I will. After. So this is square number 9 of our blanket. Yeah. So 9 of 20. So we're doing pretty good. And this is the 4th ball. Let me have a look at the project bag. Yes, 4th. We're in the 4th ball now. So we've got 8 squares out of 3 balls with like a meter of yarn or something to spare. Oh, that's right. I like to go from the back for the last one. Where's my scissors? They were right there. Andor was so good. I watched Rogue One, then Andor came out and I watched that. And then I immediately rewatched Rogue One. Okay, well, I liked Rogue One. I definitely liked Rogue One. So there's no issues there. But I know. I think it was just a frame of mind thing. This is where we're at with our squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are good. We are good. Next. Yeah. I really enjoyed Rogue One. I thought that was a really good movie. I am very disappointed at some of the shows that are being axed and, you know, what have you from Paramount right now. Some of them are like, well, I'm getting to the point where it's like, well, I don't think I'll be keeping the Paramount channel, not channel, Paramount streaming service. For much, well, I've got it for the next year because I just paid for a year. But after that, I'll be very curious to see if it'll be worth me keeping. Oh, Bianca has been on the hunt because she didn't want to do the tubular bind off. What are you going to do? Oh, you have to tink back 2 rows. Whoa, really? Why not just do the tubular bind off? I'm keeping it for Star Trek Strange New World. I'm not sad Academy got axed. I think Academy had a lot of potential and we didn't get to see it. Strange New World, I'm like, I like that, but I don't think, like, what if we've only got a little bit more. That got axed as well. I mean, that's finished. They finished that season 5's the last season, so that's gone too. But I think it's still due to come out. Like, we're going to get another season of Strange New Worlds, not Strange New World, of Academy as well, because they just finished shooting season 2, so we should get season 2. Yeah, Lower Decks was great. Lower Decks was so fun. And what was that other? There's Prodigy. I liked Prodigy as well, and I was really disappointed when that got shunted off as well. But we'll see how it goes. You know, we go with ebbs and flows with the shows. We have a few years with no Star Trek, and then something will happen and it'll resurge again, and we'll get some more. But I've got Next Generation, Voyager, and Enterprise, and original. Let me see, original, Voyager, Next Generation, Enterprise, the Picard series. I have all of them on digital, like on physical media, so I don't need to keep the streaming service for any of those because I've got them. So, yeah. Oh, Deep Space Nine. I do have Deep Space Nine as well. Yes, you're right. Oh, the animation style of Prodigy. Yeah, it was definitely more that 2D animation style. Oh wait, not 2D. The other way, 3D. I can't remember. Whichever way. Yes, it was a different sort of animation style, and you either liked it or you didn't. I get that. It took me a little bit to realize that it was a serious Star Trek contender, because it felt like Saturday morning cartoons. But I got into it. I enjoyed the storylines. You only have Enterprise and physical media. Okay. Yeah, no, I've got a few. I like Star Trek. I also have Babylon 5. I actually believe I now have Babylon 5 on both Blu-ray and DVD. So I love Babylon 5. I'll be very curious to see how the animated series of Firefly ends up going. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I want to watch it. I will watch it and make my judgments from watching it. For many years I hoped for a second season, but it's a bit hard now that, you know, I mean, they've already announced that they've got a different actor playing Shepherd Book because the real Shepherd Book actor passed away. So Kelly says, I struggle with shows where they speak really fast. Okay. Illogic says, it makes sense that it'll be animated, but I'm not going to say I'm not disappointed that it isn't live action. I think I'm pretty much in the same place. I think that's it. Um, like I would have preferred a live action, but if I can't have that, I'll check out the animated. I will, and I'm glad that the actors have got the jobs as well. Like they haven't, like with Babylon 5, because there's an animated movie that's come out. I've got it, but I haven't watched it yet. I should sit down and do that. Um, Unfortunately, there's like the B5 curse. So a lot of the actors have passed away. So they did have to recast a lot of them. But apparently they did a phenomenal job. So and that's probably why I've been a bit dubious. I managed to pick it up like ridiculously cheap from Amazon. So I was like, well, I can't leave that there. So I have to get that. So, it's you kind of just have to see how the see how they go, because like on Babylon 5 you've got Mira Falan. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. Mira Falan has passed away. She was Delenn, major character. um Andrea Katsoulis, who played he played like the lead Nan Jakar. He's passed away. The guy who played Londo, I think, has passed away. Um, the lead doctor passed away. Anyway, like there's just a pile of people who passed away since the series was airing, and so but they managed to make the animated series, and apparently it was people were pretty happy enough with it. So we'll see. I should sit down and watch it so I can make my own judgment. Kerry has said she's now second wound ball of yarn added to her travel knit project bag. Just the current balls for my assigned pulling shawl, my beanie, the vest, the fingerless mitts, and the hand knit slippers in the case, and a windbreaker. That's a lot of projects to take away. How long are you going away for? I'm not judging. I'm just curious because I too would take a because you never know what you're going to feel like you want to work on. An ex-girlfriend of yours named their daughter Delenn. Interesting. Was it after the act, like after the character, or is it just a name that they like the sound of? Yeah, I feel like I've missed someone important. Did the guy who played Garibaldi die as well? Let's have a look. Alrighty, so Dr. Franklin died, Andreas Katsoulis died, Jeff Conway died. Oh, Michael O'Hare died. I didn't know that. So he played Jeffrey Sinclair. Michael Garibaldi's actor died. Oh, okay, so the guy who played um Ambassador Malari is still alive, but Viakoto died. Okay. And then Mira Fallon died. The guy who played Zathras died. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot from the series that passed away. Yeah, and Walter Koenig is still going. He's 100 years old and still acting. Is he actually 100 years old now? I would not be surprised. Yeah, Jeff Conway died. Yeah. And he played like the 2IC in Security. Two projects and new finished knits because I'm going south to windy seaside town. Oh, I understand. So some are projects to work on and some are actually finished things that you're going to wear. I get it now. I get it. But yeah, so Babylon 5 is a really good show. I love that show. I didn't watch all of it. There was the Rangers series, like the Rangers season. I didn't really watch that. Like, is that season 5? Jeffrey Combs was on Babylon 5. I think so. Jeff Combs. Yeah. Bianca says she didn't watch it because it conflicted with Star Trek. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because in our time zones here, all those sorts of good shows started at like 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night. Or at least they did when I was watching them. You kind of had to make it through Jim Whaley on the news, and his voice could put me to sleep. And sometimes the news ran over. I started watching B5 when I was still married. I'm not sure how far along I got along. You should check it out. It's on Prime, I think. I think it's on Amazon Prime now. So if you've got Prime, you should. I think it's on Prime. At least in Australia, it is. So I've been rewatching it without having to, DVD flip. So I may even get all the way through to season 5. So what it is I want to watch all of it. Did I just do one chain there? Like a Gumby. Yeah, I did. Good job, me. I want to watch all of it and then watch that new animated movie because it comes in after in the timeline. It's like, when you want to watch all the IP for Marvel and you want to watch it in the correct like timeline order rather than when it was dropped at the theaters order. Andromeda's an interesting one. So it's also a Gene Roddenberry show, but it's a very different kind of space show. And I actually think it'd be one my dad would like a bit more. Because the thing he doesn't like about Star Trek is about how perfect the universe is. And he is just like, well, it wouldn't be. He prefers the slightly grittier things. And I think he might enjoy Andromeda. So I should tell him about Andromeda. It was free, but then they made it pay to watch. Really? Oh, see now it's just in. Oh, that's full. Now it's just included in my usual Prime. Maybe check because I think I realized it was on. No. What it was is I was watching Stargate, and I was paying extra for MGM so I could watch Stargate in Prime. And then Stargate appeared in Netflix, so I cancelled the MGM and just started watching it over on Netflix. The Expanse was fantastic. I only watched the first couple of seasons of that, but I have been listening to the audiobooks. Yeah. But again, I'm not super up. I paused and moved on to other things because my brain just went, let's look at something else now. Shiny things. Did I do 4? No, that one's right. I thought maybe I did 4 in that one, but it was 3. Yeah, and that's Kelly. I'm with you. That's kind of what I like about Star Trek is like humanity learned and people stopped starving and struggling just to survive. Um, they get to eat. They get a roof over their heads. They get jobs, and they can do things. That's what I like about it as well. But yeah, I think my dad prefers a different view. He'd probably enjoy the Discovery series. Holly says, I read the first book in the Expanse series and loved it. My goal this year is to start reading it again. I really enjoyed reading. So I watched the oh my gosh, my brain will not give it to me. Hang on. Did I download any of the audiobooks? I think I'm reading the paperbacks. Let me just see if I grabbed even one of the audiobooks. I cannot for the life of me. Oops, Audible. Cannot for the life of me think of the name. All right, so the guy from the guy who played Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer reads the audiobooks. Is it Jim Masters? James Masters. No. I don't know. Hang on. I've got to Google it. My brain's just not going to let it go. The guy's a wizard and helps cops solve crimes. James Masters, thank you. So James Masters reads the audiobooks. Dresden Files. There we go. I was going to get there. Anyway, so I started reading the Dresden Files, and I've been, yes, Bianca, the Dresden Files, and I watched the series first, and I liked the series, and then I was like, why did this not catch on? And I did some searching, and it turned out that they really botched it compared to the books, and so all the people that liked the books were like, this show is stupid, blah 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 blah. They upset the fan base, right? Because like you've got if you seriously, like, if you're gonna pay for the rights to a book that has an existing fan base to the point where there's a series of books, right? Why would you make the TV series in such a way that it would alienate the core audience? Like, I have the same question for the Wheel of Time. Why alienate the millions of people that loved the book version? These are the people that would be like, oh my God, you need to watch this series. If you couldn't get into the books, you need to watch the series, right? Why are these TV networks alienating these people? It's like they think they know the audience better. Wrong. And well, you can't increase the audience with non-book people if you're also pissing off the book people. Oh, sorry. If you're ticking off the book people, you need to do both. You can't choose the broader audience without the inner audience. You have to find a way to balance the both. But anyway, and so only a few episodes of Dresden Files were made for TV. So I started hunting down the books. The books are phenomenal. The books are fantastic. And now I understand the TV series is a bit meh compared to the books. And it's such a shame because they had some really great casting. And they just didn't follow the storyline properly. Yeah. Kelly says, I don't get it either. Why pay for the story and then ruin it for the existing fans? You know, like, absolutely. Why? Bianca says happens all the time. I get that happens all the time. Why does it happen? And it never succeeds. Except for Game of Thrones. But that's because they actually had the writer of Game of Thrones as part of the writing team for the TV series. Logic. Look, I will say I'm disappointed that there is not more what's his name? He did Picard season 3. I can't think of his name. There should be more of his Trek, honestly. There really should. There should be more of his Trek. He really knew how to take the story forward as well as giving a nod to history. Um, I don't like. I mean, why didn't they have him? They can't afford him. They weren't willing to pay for him, and he was on other projects because he is phenomenal. Whose name is I can't remember. Someone will need to Google it. He was the Terry. That's it, Terry. Yeah. And now he's too busy doing other amazing things, and I think they should have really tried really hard to get him on board to do some more Trek, and I think they would have had a very different um, offering. So that's why I'm so glad that Brandon Sanderson is writing the Mistborn script for the upcoming movie. Yeah, you want the original author to at least have some sort of advisory role, if not some sort of writing role. The reason people love these things is because of what this writer does. So, um, Seth MacFarlane pitched a series, but they shot him down, so he did The Orville, which is great. I love The Orville. I think The Orville's fantastic. And I am hanging for the next season, and I'm glad it's not over yet. I think if you're a Trek fan and you're not watching The Orville, you need to just remedy that. It's fantastic. Um, who is it? Someone was having a big old rant about no, they're not surprised that Academy and everything was awful, blah 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 blah, and then it turns out that he'd pitched some scripts and he was denied, and it's just like, look, is it really as cut and dry as that? Bianca says, I love the Orville too. It's definitely a Star Trek alternative. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's better or worse than Star Trek. I think it's different. And I think that you can enjoy both. It's like B5 when people are like, oh, you B5 or DS9? I'm like, both? Like, no, you have to choose. No, I don't. I don't have to choose. The only time I have to choose is which episode I'm going to watch. Am I going to watch a B5 episode or am I going to watch a DS9 episode? That's it. That's my choices. What am I watching right this minute? I'm going to watch them both and enjoy them both because I'm allowed to watch more than one show. So, yeah. And it's like those people that are like Star Wars or Star Trek. Both. No, you have to choose. No, I don't. I like them both. So, yeah. Penny Johnson from DS9 was in the Orville. Who did Penny Johnson play in DS9? I can't picture a familiar face. Doesn't mean it's like the second you say it, I'll go be like, oh. Yeah, give me both. Absolutely. Oh, Cisco's girlfriend. Okay. Yep. Yep. If production companies buy the rights to a story but want to butcher it, just use the universe and create new characters in that world, not ruin the original material. I agree with you. I agree with you. Why? Why do they feel the need to do this? Why do they? It's hubris. They think they can do better, is what it is. They think that they know better than the original author, that they can make it better. They understand television. The author doesn't understand television. Tell you what authors understand better than most TV producers is how to make people love characters without ever seeing them. That's what writers are better at doing, or hate characters if they're evil and they're bad or whatever. They can bring all that without you ever having heard or seen anything. So if they think that they can make it better because they're TV guys, they've got to battle against a human's imagination and against the writer's ability to create a connection to an audience who can't see or hear anything. I mean, unless it's an audiobook. But yeah. Mrs. D, she's still here watching on the TV while she knits. Awesome. Just call it something else and make the show you want. I mean, absolutely. That's the thing. But sometimes they just go too far with stuff. Now, I personally was looking forward to seeing what they were going to do with excuse me, with the Academy. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Um, I think it had a ways to go, but then I feel that way about like I didn't like Discovery the first 2 seasons. I thought it was garbage. Didn't even watch past the end of the second season. And then when I wanted to watch, um, when I was getting ready to watch Academy, I went back and watched. Oh, that was, yeah, I agree with that. That was stupid. Excuse me, that was totally stupid. Um, but I went back and because I wanted to be ready for the Academy, I went and watched more of Discovery and realized the first 2 seasons were not indicative of the rest. And so I try not to judge a show by its first couple of seasons. It's still too busy trying to find its footing, trying to introduce characters, work out which characters work, which characters don't work. You know, I feel the same about Star Trek Next Generation. At least the first 6 or 7 episodes, I thought they were awful. I was like, where is this even going compared to original Star Trek? So I just don't think it was given the time it needed. I'll be curious to see how season 2 looks. There was so much backlash and complaining about Discovery, they totally shifted course. Yeah, well, I mean, I hated Discovery. But I mean, this is the thing. Academy hasn't been given that opportunity to shift course. They just got axed. So Discovery shifted course and became a really solid series. Um, After like 2 or 3 seasons, Discovery got axed after season 1 and was not given that opportunity. And that's just because of the merger. That's all it is. Um, yeah, Holly, I agree with you. A lot of shows aren't given the time to figure things out before they're cancelled. They have to instantly hit or they're out. And it's just like people need time to warm up to characters. I think that they do axe. They don't give us a chance to get into it. And the other thing is there's so many shows coming out at once. You can't watch everything straight away. You just can't. And then you just get into a show that came out like 6 months ago or something. So you weren't in that initial wave for it. You're like, this is really good. I can't wait for the next season. And you look into it and find out that it got axed. Oh, that's the other thing, right? Like TV shows, like Next Generation got 22 to 24 episodes a season. These guys all get 8. So of course they don't have the opportunity to build and to grow and adjust and tweak and change. And the other thing is they shoot all those episodes and then they start airing. So there's no chance for course correction between what the audience think between the episodes or even between like the first 8 episodes and the next 8 episodes or anything like that. Well, they're 10. There were 10 episodes. All right. But yeah, it's low. It's low. And we all know why they only get 10 to 12 episodes is because at 13 episodes, the crew get paid differently. And they get paid a bit more because they're like it's just ridiculous. It's just how it all works. That's why we're not getting longer seasons is because the crew are paid differently and they can actually live on their pay. Like the cast and not the cast, but the actual like production crew. I don't get why you watch a show that's amazing, Lady Jane, and yet it is cancelled anyway. Why? Weird. Well, I mean, it's just like that Batman series that got filmed. It just wrapped filming. Everyone who was involved in it, was it Batman or Batgirl? It might have been Batgirl. It had just finished filming, and they hadn't done any of the post production, and it got binned for a tax write off. So it's the answer to all of the questions is money. So yeah, I find it so disappointing. and disheartening. You know, like the episode that got binned was just not the episode, the series. It was a full season that got binned. Um, all the actors and the production crew and everybody that worked so hard, and it's just destroyed because they want to write it off as a tax write-off. So all the cast and crew that get paid in residuals, they don't get to earn any of that. It's like you would not want to have in your contract any sort of less money now, more money in residuals kind of situation, because the residuals are just such a chance of not getting anything at all. So yeah, I find the whole industry just disheartening. Like, can you imagine that being a job? I can't imagine that being my job. Um, I would skip the first two seasons and start with season 3. There you go. See, that's the thing. Now most shows are lucky to get a season or two. They've got no opportunity for a season 3 to grow, to change, to become what they're going to become. Because they're just axed. Like, seriously, what's Paramount without any Star Trek? Like, there is literally, is it something like the first time since like 2015, something like that, that there is no Star Trek currently in production. I think it's 2015, it might be a bit later. But I find it very disappointing. There should always be Star Trek in production. Totally not biased. Should always be Star Trek. Something. Ghosts is Paramount. I don't watch Ghosts, so. I watch I watch old NCIS reruns. I don't watch any of the new NCIS except for NCIS Sydney. I stopped watching a lot of NCIS when they axed NCIS Hawaii. I was enjoying that. Longmire was Paramount. Yeah, but that was Paramount. Like, I'm looking at what's Paramount making now. I liked Longmire. Longmire was great. I watched a lot. I watched all of that. That was a fun show. But it's like, what's it making now? What's in production? Send a pic of where I'm going for 4 days in the Discord everyday chat thread. There you go. Oh, now I was going to show where we're all up to with different things. And I couldn't get my connection to work properly between, my phone and the thing. It's not picking it up, which is a frustration station. I didn't like it when they went all supernatural. It's kind of a bit like what happened on the Sci-Fi Network, right? So you had like this amazing season of like, we had Eureka and Warehouse 13 and Deb's bags. They're all here. Hang on, let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm on the last round. But yeah, so the Sci-Fi Network was doing all these really great fun shows, right? That I loved. Eureka, Warehouse 13, Sanctuary, which was a show I absolutely loved. And then wrestling and like ghost hunters, but real life ghost hunters, like not the fake ghost hunters from like Supernatural or something, but like, real like people who were really like I don't know how to describe them. People who really were ghost hunters, you know, like all that kind of stuff. And I just was like, I'm out. I stopped paying for it. I'm out. Can't deal with it. All right. Kelly reminded me I wanted to do something today. So on the weekend, I picked up a delivery of my bags that I ordered from Deb. Now, I put projects in all of them straight away. Like, whoop. So this is her little drawstring bag. It is freestanding. It is fantastic. It doesn't collapse. It's I don't know how to describe the base. It's kind of got like a folded envelope kind of base. I really love these leather. Oh, thank you for the link there, Kelly. These leather thong for the drawstring. Just beautiful. I just love it. And it's just a really great size. Right now it's got a pair of socks in it, a couple of extra hooks. It's got my socks. See? Boom. My socks went into that project bag. I know she made these in some slightly different sizes and stuff like that, but absolutely love it and absolutely love the fabric. Right? So, just gorgeous. Yeah, of course I put projects in it. Yes. It was really bizarre. I had 3 projects with me that didn't have project bags, and then I got 3 project bags. Why would I not? So that was the first one. That's a cute little one. Then I've got this one here, which I just was just so in love with. It's the boba tea bag. It's a really great size bag. Again, totally freestanding. And one of the things I love is really good size handles, right? Serendipity. And the other thing is these magnetic clips. Like, I love a good magnetic clip, right? And these are like, these are such good quality magnetic clips, honestly. So you can have like yarn, like if you're doing some color work, coming out of the 3 spots, if that's what you want. Oh yeah, Deb currently has no stock. She is currently sold out, but she is taking custom orders, so you can talk to her about that. Molly would love that boba bag. Isn't that just so adorable? Well, that's right. Is it really a project bag without a project? I agree with you. Such an adorable bag. It's so cute. I was like, it's also got pockets inside. There's the 2 pockets. In here currently is a ball of this yarn. This project is living in here for when it travels. So that's this one. Oops, the handle's out of the way. And then my favorite bag, which currently doesn't have a project in it because this is the bag that I'm using for my other project. So it's actually got a wire. There's a wire frame in this one. So this one will actually, like, it's got like the full-on wire frame. So it's like the little details, right? It's like the little end for the zips. It's like the beautiful handles that match. It's just gorgeous. Little pocket on the front. But the thing I love about this, like, aside from like how the detailing in the zips, the great size bag inside. Watch this. Watch this. So this is just an IKEA tray that I use. I get them for different things. And it's what I've been carting this project around in the house. Just went straight in. And there's room on the side if you want to tuck in some extra balls of yarn. But yeah, it's just absolutely just a gorgeous bag. So, and still no problems closing it. And actually squares out the base a bit more because it's got that hard thing inside of it. Leanne says, I must have the wireframe bag. Higog the Mighty, great to see you. Just came up in the home feed. I love crocheting, sewing, and knitting. Fantastic. We love all those things. We love all crafty things here. But yeah, so this is just these. So I picked up these bags this weekend from Deb's business, Deb's Hands and Heart. So Leanne popped in a link just Kelly popped in a link, but you can go and check it out. But she's out of stock right now because she just had an event and the event went fantastically. And I snagged some of the last of the stock because I tried to I didn't want to steal her stock for the thing. And then at the end, there was like these bags, and I hadn't really intended on grabbing this one. But it matched. How could I not have the matchy-matchy? Let me know in the chat. Are you a matchy-matchy person? Do you like to have something that matches? Like, I like to have all the different things. But like when I'm buying Emma's bags, right? I like to have the matching, what are they called? The little bags. These guys. When I get Emma's bags, I like to have the little matching one of these to pop in the bag. And so yeah, I like to have the matchings. But humbugs, thank you, Gamer Widows. So when I had the Gamer Widows bags, I like to get the matching humbugs. But these, I had to have these things as well. Logic says, nah, I just have to have all the green things. Leanne says, matchy is a musty for me. Bianca says she's got one on order. That is awesome. That's so good. Yeah, I just was like, how could I not? Honestly, I was like, just give me that one too. I want that one as well. So now I've got more bags. Does that mean I get to start more projects? Yes, it does. No. I'm trying to finish some projects before I start some projects. I've got a couple of garments that I want to make, right? But I don't want to start them until I finish off this blanket and also my pink ranunculus. So I need to finish those two off before I'm allowed to cast anything else new on. I also went through and frogged a couple of things that I was just really unhappy with. So that ocean headband, I screwed up the cable again somewhere. So I've frogged that again, and I will start it again, but I just don't know when. So I frogged the botched one up. And then also, there's something else. You guys are just throwing the green hearts everywhere. Oh, come on now. Are you guys going to just cover my screen with green hearts? Kelly says there's too many fabrics that I love to be matchy. Must have all of them. Oh, no, I want all of them, but I want all of them in at least 2 styles. So that I could be like, these match. I must have them. So yeah. So, you know. I'm basically, if Deb's still in chat, I'm a soft target. If you have any more of either the that pink crochet fabric, so if you have any more of either of these fabrics and you make different bags out of them, I am legit the soft target. You're just like, oh, guess what I just happened to make with this one. And guess what I just happened to make with this one. Be like, oh man, I need them now because they will be my matchy and I need the matchy. I have a pillow I'm working on, Will's mosaic blanket, a skull blanket, and then a blanket of just random yarn scraps that I might not actually make since I made my corner to corner chaos blanket. Well, that is a nice collection. That's a nice collection. Currently on the go, I have this blanket. So this is just a like 9.5-ish inch square granny squares. I have the pink ranunculus. I have my striped pride top. I have my Municardi. I have the larch ped socks toe up. I'm like looking at my project bags. What else have I got over there? I've got more stuff, but I'm not letting myself start anything else until I finish off a couple of things. So. Oh, I've also got this one. I've got the this is that sort of odd V stitch that I love. The extra yarn I needed for that arrived, so I've got the extra yarn to keep going with that. Plus also, you know, the coastal blanket. They're still going. That's still going. It's just sitting there waiting for me to do something. Higog has said that I'm starting my first block stitch blanket with crochet, and I have socks and a sweater cast on. Fantastic. That's so awesome. That's a good mix too. Like walking in with a Marvel Star Wars bag, didn't even make it to the table. Chantel yoinked it out of my hand. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, did you make that for me? Total soft touch. Emma knows. Emma knows. In Logic says, I bought a Tequila Sunrise Queen kit from Tina and I bought an Icelandic wool kit to make her Amma blanket. I've got a pile of her patterns that I've purchased that I just need to decide what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I want to make, I've got coming, it's been shipped, but I've got an order from Knit Picks on its way for all the yarn for a blanket for my brother that I promised him at Christmas. So I didn't have a blanket for my brother Daniel. Part of it is because I didn't know what he'd like. Yeah, I loudly declared it. Like, no one was game to touch it after I said that. See, I called dibs. Yeah, so at Christmas, I gave both my brothers like this whole like, hey, I want to make you blankets because I've been slowly making blankets for everybody. I don't have, I don't have the yarn, but I want to buy the right colors for you. Do you want something in particular? And my brother Daniel just jumped and was just like, oh, I want Broncos colors, which is the Brisbane football club colors. And so I was like, okay, I can do that. And then my other brother Luke went and spoke to his partner, and they were like, could we ask for, like, they were really like cautious, but they're like, we'd actually really love a queen size blanket for our bed. And I was like, I can do that. Or like, and you can let me know what you want. But I have one here that I've made that I don't use because it's too big and too heavy for us. But it might be just perfect for you guys if you like it. And I showed them the queen blanket that I made for years on live streams. You know the queen blanket. And they just were like, oh my gosh, you can't give this to us. And I was like, you don't like it? And they're like, yeah, we like it. And I'm like, well, it's sitting folded up in the set because it's too big for us. And they were like, oh my gosh. So they took that home and I got sent photos of it. It's on their bed. They are using it. And so I was just a bit blown away, but that found a great home. But my brother Daniel still needs his blanket made for him. So the yarn is still on its way. But other than that, I want to really try and finish off these blankets that I've got going. So the blankets that I currently have on the go is this one, the coastal blanket. I just need to stitch my my Star Wars blanket together. It just needs to, so the fusion blanket, which is sewn patches with crochet borders on it that gets crocheted together. That's all put in order. I really do just have to sit down and crochet that. I think I realized that I need more yarn, except then I placed a yarn order with Bendigo and didn't even think about getting a ball of that grey yarn added into it, which was a bit stupid. So, oh, hang on, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 9. We have finished another square. That's 2 squares down, my friends. Let me just get in here and end off this square. But yeah, so it's definitely another. That blanket will get started when the yarn gets here. I want to get it done because it's been waiting. And very patiently, I will also say. But so there's that blanket, and I think that's it for blankets for now. I think. Oh, and the V-stitch blanket, of course, but that one's like not really. That doesn't have a goal. It's just like, oh, I wanted to test out this thing. Oh, I really like how this thing's looking. I shall order more yarn and make the full thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count. Let me just try that again. Let me try and cast on my chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in through the first one. And then chain 2. Okay. I can keep talking now. But yeah, so, you know, that one wasn't really a planned project. Mean. That's just mean. I see what you're doing there, John. Thanks for that. Mean. Yeah, that Star Wars fusion blanket's going to be a showstopper if I ever get it finished. Like, when did I start that? I started sewing it during our COVID Zoom calls. So that's been on the go for some time. It does just need stitching together now. And then 11 billion ends woven in. So, you know, 2020, says Gamer Widows. Thanks, Gamer Widows. Can't finish everything at once, okay? But yeah, so I want to get this one and then the top finished, and then I can start the next top and then go from there, because I'm really conscious that I want to make some more wearables, some more things for me to actually wear. So cotton tees, silk cotton tees, a linen, you know, like it is subtropical here. So I really can't see me using a lot of wool or acrylic blends, but this is a cotton acrylic blend, which I really like. It's 61% cotton. So it's actually, why don't you just put it in the bin? I found some powdered iced tea mix that expired in 2020. Oh, I thought you wrote back in the cupboard. Like, yep, that's old, back in the cupboard. But you said back of the cupboard. So please tell me you've just binned it now. I do that every now and again. I'll go through the cupboard and I'll be like, yep, that soy sauce expired in 2015. That's got to go. Like, the bottle that you've been using is one at the front that, you know, won't expire. Like, well, not won't expire, but it hasn't expired. And that one's right at the back where you can't reach it. I have to get a stepladder for half of my shelves in my pantry cupboard because I'm short. Things get pushed to the back and I can't reach them. So every now and again I go through and have a little purge of old stuff, and I think, how can there be stuff this old still? Because I purged not that long ago, and then you realise the last purge was 4 years ago or something. No, I made a bottle of it. Oh my gosh. When we moved our house, we had a can of baked beans that when I picked it up, it exploded. Oh my gosh. That would be terrifying. Powdered tea and sugar, it's not going to go off. Yeah, there's some things where it's like a definite best before date rather than like an actually expired date. It depends on what it is. So, yeah. I'd say that can of baked beans was done. For sure. Excuse me. Yeah, the rum would have killed any germs. Absolutely. I found a 6-year-old can of SpaghettiOs. I'd toss them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It depends on what it is. And you're right. It's like basically a little packet of chemicals and sugar. So you're like, yep, that'll be fine. I hate it when there's stuff that's most definitely not expired, but you can't use it because it's bad for whatever reason. You're like, dude, I didn't even get the full shelf life out of this. So annoying. But yeah, that bugs me more than anything else. I need to go through my cabinets because I have a pile of Tupperware that's washed and cleaned and taking up beautiful space, and then bags of flour and stuff on the shelf that we're working out of rather than tipping them into a Tupperware container that's taking up space. So I need to go through and do that and sort those out. But I've got to do some catering level cooking next weekend for Abby's birthday party. My daughter turns 21 this Saturday, and we're having her birthday party next Saturday. Leanne said my mum's pantry was pretty bad when we cleaned it out after her passing. It made us chuckle. Yeah, there's a bit of that, and the sauce is in the fridge, right? Gabby Rodriguez says, doing Marley Bird's Tournament of Stitches Shawl concentration level is Netflix and chill. I'm behind a week, but we have an extra week, so I will catch up. Awesome. Yeah, Inner Logic, I know what you mean. You're just like, wait, what happened? Yeah. Oh, no, Kelly. Going to Bendigo Woolen Mills website. Let me just get there first and then I will screen share. Why would they do that? Why is it not in their shade card? Right, let me do a screen share screen. Okay. What new? So I click new. Is it this whimsy 8-ply? Oh my gosh. They are such the cutest colors. Kelly, the whimsy 8-ply combines a soft, snuggly wool with long, gentle color gradients and a sprinkle of glitter provided by a fine strand of silver lurex. These playful 100-gram balls of whimsy really just make you want to smile. Whimsy is perfect for large or larger projects that benefit for an injection of fun. Oh. It's like sock yarn, but 8-ply and sparkly. Yes, it is. Look at these colors. They are super cute. What's it made out of? So it's 97% wool, 3% lurex. It's machine washable. So that's nice. I like that they've made some stuff with it so we can see how these colors look. Oh, so cute. Kelly, $10 a ball, 100 grams, 200 meters. So it's similar weight to what I'm currently working on with the Bliss. Kelly, which one should I order? Oh, sparkly chicken is what comes to mind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I get. That one, I love that one with the pinks going to the sort of the bluey purples. That I really love that. This is just stunning. That's just absolutely. I could see my mum wearing something in that when that would have definitely been her colors. I think that's beautiful with those blues. It makes me think of the ocean. Gabby Rodriguez says all of them. Yeah. Bambi says I have $100 gift voucher for Bendigo Woolen Meals, but I'm struggling to only spend $100. I know what you mean. Like, how much yarn would I need to make a sweater out of one of these? I mean, it's wool, so I don't know if I'd make a full sweater. I reckon I'd definitely grab a couple and make a beanie and cowl set, because I don't think I'd want a full sweater with the sparklies. I don't think that's really me. But I think 2 of these and make a beanie and cowl, I think would be just gorgeous. Or brioche. Oh, this is So look at those. Leanne, this foxfire makes me think of you. That's gorgeous as well. Well, probably a dash too yellow on the yellow end of that, but very nice. Is that Come Here You? I think that's that one. That's that yellow end. I think maybe that's not too yellow on the yellow end. Huh. But yeah, I reckon for me, so if somebody in my friends group is going to order, let me know, because I don't want to put in a whole other order because I'll feel the need to spend up to the free postage, okay? But I think I would like to get, I don't know if I want 2 balls of that or 2 balls of that. I don't know. Leanne, oh no, Leanne, look at this beautiful greens and pinks. Look at this one that goes greens to purples. I could get my grey ball that I need as well. Yes, I could. What's the minimum free post on Bendigo now these days? Oh, I'm just gonna put those in my cart just for later. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Are you friends or not? Oh, look, we are. We don't want you to miss out on the good things. Oops, hang on. Keyboard away. Back to crocheting. Oh, it's $90. Oh, it says at the top. Thank you. Oh, right at the top there. It's $90 now. I remember when it was 40. Like, spend $40. Then it was spend 50. Now it's 90. I don't want to spend 90. I just want to play with the sparkly yarn. And get my grey cotton. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go to the grey cotton right now and add that to my cart too. And aren't they like about to put all their prices up as well? Like if we don't order cotton 4-ply. They've got new shades. Oh, stop that. Oh. Yeah, there's new shades of cotton. Leanne, look at that. Look at that new green. And there's a new orange. How cool is that orange? Tangelo. Yeah, you did. You just did this to me only a couple of. That's why I'm like, I don't want to order anything. Glacier. I think Glacier is what I'm using. What I'll do is I'll just add Glacier to the cart, and then I'll go back and double check before I actually buy it. So, yes. Oh, that's sold out. That's a limited color. What's that one? Melon. Oh, I love that. That's such a nice color. Stop it. Get off my screen, evil yarn. You need to check your shade card in the map. Oh, is there new colours on the shade card? What did I do with that? There's a new yarn on the shade card and I missed it. No, it's not. Good. I thought maybe I missed it. So this is the shade Bendigo Woolen Mills post out to, I think it's everyone who's ordered in the last 12 months. You get a copy of the shade card. And so it's actually got like little bits of the yarn stuck to it so you can feel what it feels like. Whisper is my current favourite. Whisper and the cotton. These are my 2 favourites. I will use Luxury, but I prefer Whisper. I just wish that Whisper had a few more colours. I mean, it's got a lot more colours now than what it had. So I've been drooling over the Baltic. Like, don't buy it. I've got the plum. But I like this Baltic as well. This Baltic right here. Anyway. Must not. Friends don't let friends shop alone. Dolores says, I don't want to order anything as she adds another yarn to her cart. Shush, Dolores. Shush. Actually, that stitch is awful. I need to try again. Uh, oh my gosh. Um, I don't want to order. Yeah. Oh, you guys are the worst. Kelly, I didn't know about that yarn. And now I need to pat it and see what it's like. I'm only going to buy like one color, and I'm just torn between those two. So I'll go back in and decide which ones. I'm shaking my head, and Stuart's home today and listening. Hi, Stuart. Oh dear. But no, I do plan on only buying the two balls, so like one color. I'm torn between the two. That's all. Oh, we're back into the yellow here. I wonder how far through this will get, because this is the third. This is the third one, right? Let me just double check, because we had 8 when we started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so this is the third one from today, so this will be 11. Well, and this is what I do, right, Leanne? I buy the yarn so that I can pat it and feel it and show it to you guys, and so you guys get to decide if you want to buy the yarn, or if I think it feels like horsehair or something, and then like, no, that's awful. I love the Bliss. The Bliss is fantastic. So I'm making myself a lovely blankie for the couch in the Bliss. I think it's going to look gorgeous. I've got a beige kind of little couch that I sit on in the lounge room. I think it's going to bring much needed colour in winter to that room. Dolores, we very much appreciate your sacrifice. Thanks, Dolores. Oh dear. It's like I'm reminding myself, like, I've got yarn coming from Knit Picks, but that is for my brother's blanket. Like, I bought specific yarn for his blanket. But to get free postage, I needed to toss in an extra couple of balls of yarn. They had this one called Cupro or Supro or something. It's like it's a variation of cotton. Anyway, I wanted to give it a try, so I might as well try that. Game Widow says, I want to make a cardigan jacket thing in chunky yarn. Well, I highly recommend this stuff. If this is a 6mm hook, that's some pretty chunky stuff, but it's not all acrylic even. It's like a cotton acrylic blend. And that's pretty chunky, I reckon. Like, I mean, it's chunky for us. Kelly says, remember to thumbs up if you're enjoying and consider becoming a channel member. For the cost of a coffee per month, you can help support our wonderful Chantel and go chip in to this yarn fund where I apparently need to just keep buying all these yarns to try. And also, if you are a channel member, we do have a channel members only call for the coffee levels. So not the ad skippers, but the coffee clutch and the artisan levels, where we jump on a Discord call. So it's like a Zoom call, and I get to see what you're working on and you get to talk to me. So we do that once a month as well, and that's coming up the weekend after next. Game Widow says, want wool, live in Victoria after all. I'm planning on buying some Eleanor from Panda. Eleonora. So that I can have a play with that, and that's a wool blend that looks very much like this. I'll go to it. Let me just go to the right website. Hang on a second. This is another one that I am planning on purchasing for science. I don't know when I'll purchase it. Eleonora, it's called. There we go. And it comes in some really pretty colors. And it's not quite so chunky. It's actually 225 meters for 50 grams, which sounds like 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 sock weight yarn. But we felt it this weekend. Kelly brought a ball, and it is most decidedly DK, at least. They recommend a 4.5 mil needles for it, and I originally thought that was a mismatch. After seeing the yarn, it is absolutely correct. Hey, Leanne has sent a gift membership. Thank you, Leanne. And Ms. Reza has received that gift membership. So that is awesome. So Miss Reza, if you ever pop around, I don't think we've seen you in a live, but if you pop around to the Discord, you'll be able to jump in. You'll be able to jump in and join our call this month. But anyway, Bambi says, I saw a reel yesterday that said most people spend $450 per year on their hobbies, and then it had yarn crafters. Oh, that's so funny. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, this Eleonora feels really nice, and it's 33% extra fine merino, and then 33% wool, and then 28% cotton, and it's a chainette yarn, obviously, which I'm obsessed with. If you've been here before, you know that I'm legit obsessed. And now my only problem is which color am I choosing, because I want to make garment size something. So yeah, I'm like, do I want it to be like pinkies or darky purple grays, which I'm leaning towards, but that's my natural habitat. I'm trying to step out of that a little bit. Luckily for me, I think I could actually wear any of these colors and they look all right. Just with my skin tone and stuff, I think none of these colors would be bad. Like, I just need to make sure that I don't put the cream right next to my face, but any of the rest of the colors would work. And I don't think I'd wear a rainbow. Not like that. I'm probably more inclined to wear the Lumina. So that one, all of them except for that one, and maybe that one might be a little too pale for me. But yes, so, you know. Yarn. Yarn. But I've got other things I want to do first. So I'm not in a super duper rush. But yes. Kerry says wardrobe toolbox is a Zoom, but I'll miss my Saturday and 5 a.m. my time anyway. Oh gosh, okay. I didn't end up jumping into the wardrobe toolbox. I had a little read about it, and I think if I hadn't have just recently found a pile of stuff myself, I would have. But because I've just recently gone in and done a whole pile of bits and bobs and worked out how to make some adjustments, I think it's an absolute worthy skill to have. And if you jumped in and you made it in their cutoff, then I think that's fantastic. Highly recommend. But I think for me, I want to test out some of my newly found skills that I have. And maybe if I get stuck again, I can keep an eye out for the next one. You know what I really don't like is because I'm turning every row, like, is that sort of the pooling that happens sometimes. Like, most of the time you don't notice it, but when I'm working with this bright yellow bit, I notice it. I wonder how far through our third one we'll get. Before we run out of yarn, because we're playing Yarn Chicken now. I think maybe a round or two more. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll get a whole round more, or maybe two, or maybe three? I'm thinking two. Oh, you'll catch us in the Discord chat with Gabby? Awesome. That's awesome. Maybe one. I don't know. There's some thick bits over there. I don't know. But yeah, I managed to get the first 8 squares out of 3 balls. And then I've gotten, this is the 3rd square out of this ball. The Discord chat isn't this weekend. No, it's not. It's not for 2 weeks, the Discord chat. It's been pushed. It would usually be next weekend, like not this Saturday coming, but the one after. But because Abby's birthday party is that day and we're going to be all systems go getting everything ready here for that, I push it off to the following week. I'll be in the member chat if I can figure out when it is. If you go over into the Discord, there is at the top an area called events. If you click on that, it will show you when the next calls are in your local time. So, I mean, I can tell you that it's the 2nd Saturday of the month at 10 a.m. my time, but if you go and click on it, it'll show you your local time. And so these are Discord calls for channel members only who are in the coffee levels of our membership. And we try to do those most months. I do skip them occasionally, but they can still run. That you guys don't need me there for them, so you can all chat with each other. But I try not to because I want to be there. I want to see what you're working on and chat with you in a more of a probably. I mean, this is a bit of a two-sided chat because you can type chat to me, but it's better in the Discord because you guys can just talk to me and show me what you're working on. Oh, I think we'll be. I think. I don't know. I'm like, will we make the next round? I don't know. I click the little calendar. I see it now. Awesome. I'm glad you found that. That's excellent. And I try to keep that up to date as well. So that should have the next few months worth there. But yeah. Oh, come on, little thing. There we go. We're going to make it to the end of this round for certain. I don't know if we'll make it to the end of the next round. But this means that we've made nearly an entire yarn ball of granny squares in today's live stream, which is awesome. I think I had the squares, the first square was started a little bit. So it's a little bit of a cheaterita. I don't know. Is it cheating? I don't think it's cheating. It's the 8 p.m. for Gabby and I. I think we're in the same time zone. Yeah, that's a one of with it being and it's on it's a week later than usual and a little bit later in the day than usual. I think is what we've done. I think. I can't remember. It's in the calendar. I went through and set it all up. But yeah, we wanted to make it just a bit easier for our US friends to join us because the Saturday was Friday afternoon or is Friday afternoon and sometimes you're just not home from work yet, which stinks. So I think we've made it a Sunday. I don't know. I'll have to look. I'll have to check it. It might still be the Saturday, but just a bit later in the day. My Saturday, your Friday. I don't know. It's written there. I don't think it's the 9th though. See you later, Leanne. Have an awesome day. Happy Easter. I'm going to keep going till I use all this yarn. It should be all of 5 minutes max. So, if you're still here, we'll see how far we get. Chat later about our Bendigo order. gosh. Oh, 18. Okay. Awesome. Because I think John had 4/9, and I think I was a bit confused. But Gabby's got 4/18 Saturday evening, which is my Sunday. Yes. Yeah, that's where I was aiming for, was your Saturday night. Because I couldn't do your Sunday night because I already do a live stream on another channel for that. I'm like, if I just crochet faster, I'll make it. I'll make it. It's not how it works. Okay, John's got the right one now too. Oh, good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Everyone's on the same page now. We're nearly there. Are we nearly around? Yeah, look at this. It's just got to make it to here. Come on. It's not, I mean, look at that. It's just not gonna make it to the end of the round. No matter how fast I crochet. Gosh. That's all right. It's not like it's nearly the end of the square. We're going to have to join on the next ball, no matter what. You know what? It might make it to the end of the round. Maybe. What are the odds? Oh, we're so making it. We're so making it to the end of the round. Yay! I really didn't think that would make it to the end. Oh, you were looking at the wrong year. Oh, okay. All right. Not that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We finished. We got 2 full ones, and then to round 7 out of 1 ball. I'm pretty happy with that. I have to do some yarn shopping now. So I need to go. I need to also have some lunch, and I'm going to get some grocery shopping in this afternoon because today is the last day of shopping. Because tomorrow's a public holiday. I don't need a crazy amount, but I need milk. I need some milk. And some bananas and some yogurt, maybe. Yeah. But anyway, I will catch you all back here next week, next Thursday, my time, Wednesday if you're in the US. And I will catch you all then. If you celebrate, happy Easter. Otherwise, have a nice long weekend. I know in Australia we have the Friday off as well, and the Monday as well, I believe, Easter Monday. I know that's not the case for everywhere in the world, but I will catch you all next time. Be good now. Bye.